Hello everyone, I am in the process of making another mini and I'm using the Bo Bunny soiree, I don't know, collection. But I thought I was making a waterfall page and I actually came up with a new way I do my waterfalls. The paper collection is so pretty. But anyways, I came up with a new way that how I used to do my waterfalls is I used to take this is the page that's going to go in the mini album, and of course I'd have to put the decorative paper on because then the waterfalls would glue onto that and you could flip through them. And I've ruined a lot, or if you don't get them perfectly straight and you tack them down, you ruin this page. So what I did was how I started doing them, and I don't know, this might be out, I don't know, I've really never watched any videos to know, I just kind of know how to glue these down. But this is what I came up with, so I thought I'd share it with you on a better way to do it, so you're not gonna, you'll get it perfect on here, and if you screw it up, you're only wasting this. So I just wanted to show you, if you watched my other tutorials, these are the pages that I have cut that I'm working, that I build. So I already taped the back of my decorative paper, and I'll get that laid down and then go through the rest. This particular mini is going to be, it's an 8x8. That's the cover. So my inside page is, this measures 7 1/4 by 7 3/4. So, and then I cut my decorative paper at 7 by 7 1/2 that I'm laying on this. But these are the size of my pages. So let me get my glue. And I'm not doing a tutorial on this whole album. I just am building it. Maybe I'll do some videos of me just crafting it, chit-chat videos while I'm working on it, but this will be a tutorial on this page. So this is what I chose. I'm putting it on my page base. Get that even. There. So now what I did is, I know my folio is going to go on this separate piece of paper, and I'll just glue that down, and I'll glue all my pages on here. And so I know that I want I want decorative paper to show on the outside. So I decided to make it, I thought 4 inches wide looked good. So my photos will be, I had to cut the squares, and I don't know how many is going to go on here. I just have to lay them down. So cut a strip of paper however wide you want your photo mats to be. If you want to follow this, it's 4 by 7 1/2 because I wanted it to fit right like that. So, and then I cut for my flips, I cut a bunch of them at 4 inches wide because it's going to go right on top of here, by 4 1/2. I want my picture area to be 4 by 4, so you have to leave that 1/2 inch to fold. So you want to score on the 4 1/2 a 1/2 inch. So then when you fold this down, you will end up with a 4 by 4. So I want to crease all my score marks. I don't even know if I'm going to use all these. And then we're going to put score tape. I use score tape. And you're going to put it on the back of your flap. On all your blank pages. Put that out of the way for now. I think I cut 6. I don't think I'll fit 6 on here, but we'll see. And I'm just putting the tape on each one of them. And I'll use these as another pocket or flip if I don't use all of them in the album somewhere. album. I always, ever since I was a kid, I have a habit of saying album. A photo album or a record album. Blum. I don't know why I put that extra L in there, but I do. Alright, let's start out with 1, 2, 3, 4 and see how far we get. Alright, so I put the tape on. I'm going to take my decorative paper and I could set this aside, the base page, right now because we're only going to be working on our piece that we cut. So it's the exact same size as your pictures, and this will help you get them on straighter. How I used to do it, I would cut these and just glue them right down on my decorative paper, and when they didn't get lined up straight and they were crooked, I had to start over. So this is how I've been doing it now, and I thought I'd share it with you. I'm sure maybe other people make them like this. Alright, so take your tape off, the tape skin. And then you can line it up right on the top edge, and you're gonna, this is where you can really see if you're gonna line up straight, because your paper's cut to the exact width. And if that side matches, you know that side will match. And then run your fingers across, and it should be perfect. Watch, I'll screw it up, and it won't be. The key to it is you really gotta cut your papers really straight. And sometimes I have found Recollections paper, I've gotten a few packs that they weren't totally straight and it'll screw you up. So as long as you cut every piece exact 4 inches, you're gonna be good. See how perfect that lined up now? And then you take your next one, because this is where you run into a problem making these. You lay it down and it goes crooked, and then you got some pages hanging off, and this just helps you make sure it's perfect before you lay it down. And there's my flap, and I butt it right up to the end of that flap that I glued down. And line up your corners onto that, and make sure before you press it down, that your paper is going to go evenly there. See? They're all going to line up perfect, so I can get more, and then you're going to get that perfect. And then you just keep doing it. So we have 1, 2, turn it this way, your glue goes down. I kind of line it up to the edge of the paper, and if it's straight there and your paper's straight, it's going to fall straight. And if you're a little smidgen off, you can kind of push it and make your crease fold over. So we're looking good. It's a tiny bit crooked, but our other papers are going to lay there. Just because it's not going to be, unless you cut all your papers totally exact. So we're going to lay that right there, lay that right there. Our edges are matching. Perfect. And just keep going all the way down. Oops, I do need more. Put some more tape. I'll probably get 2 more on here. Okay, do you want me to zoom in more? So right along that flap, it's hard on white. It's easier when you do it on color. Cardstock, but the album I'm making is white. You see? My eyes are going blurry. Huh. We can actually do, I'm not gonna, because I actually want that piece down there. You could fit one more and you'd have perfect spacing. I'm gonna leave it because I'll put a, that'll get covered up with decorative paper and then I'll just have a bigger photo. So now what I do, now you have your waterfall. And if you screwed it up, you can start over because you didn't glue it down into the book. Or if you do have a smidgen extra, you can kind of just trim it a little bit here now, which we're good. So now I turn it over and I put tape on the all around the back and I glue it to that page. I just so go around all the edges with your score tape or glue or whatever adhesive you choose to use. So there, now the tape is all the way around. I'll fill this in with glue and then I'll glue it right on right on my decorative paper, and then I could just go back in later when I'm decorating the album and fill in, cut all my decorative paper to go on there. But while I got you on here, I'll show you how to make the flap to hold it down. So I know these are 4, so I probably, to do my flap, I'll do it 2 inches by this measures 7.5 long. I don't want it to go all the way to the bottom, so I'm going to do it 7. So 2 inches by 7. No, 2 inches by 7.5, because I want it to be 7 inches, and I need to score for a hinge. So cut it at 2 inches by 7.5. And this is where I get out my scrap papers that I've cut. And we're gonna do 2 by 7.5. And then make a 1/2 inch score mark. To make your attaching hinge. Get that creased really good. Then it's your choice. You can, if this is glued down, if you forget and already glue this down and decide you need this, you can glue it, if your decorative papers aren't on there, you could glue it right on top of that, so that your decorative paper will cover up that hinge when you decorate your papers. Or you can tuck it underneath the whole stack. Like that, and glue it to that side, which is what I'm going to do. No, maybe I'm not going to. I am just going to glue it on there because it's too bulky. So I'm just putting the score tape on my hinge. And then turn this over so it's at the top. Or you could do it from the bottom too. Maybe I will, for something different. I actually think I'm going to attach it to the bottom so it's going to open down. Something different. And I'll attach it right in the middle. You can ballpark it, 2 on each side. Oh, hold on a second. Don't do it like that, because this is going to be so thick, my magnet is not going to go through that. So I do have to do it the right way. See, you always got to think. So it's going to lift up the right way. So I'll put it on the top. There. It's glued down. It'll be thinner down here because this is layer upon layer upon layer. If you have a really big thick magnet, it'll work, but I want to magnetize this so it wouldn't stick. It would probably stick a little bit, but not as good as I'm going to want it to stick. So there you go. I'll put my magnet on. Well, first I'm going to glue this down. My magnet will go on afterwards so I can position it. So now I flip it back over, peel off the tape skin. And glue this down really good, because it will get a lot of touching, pulling. I don't go past my score tape. That's just to stick my edges down. Alright, so I got a good amount of glue on there. And now I'm going to make sure this is going in the right direction, which it is, and I'm gonna eyeball it to look even on both sides, and there it does. Make sure I'm straight and glue it right on top. And then kind of go in each page and go down, getting that glue good and attached. There. So there you have it. And everything is straight and lined up and perfect. And we didn't screw this page up. So now I'll show you where to put the magnet. We'll glue a magnet right there. Put a piece of tape over it. Where's my tape? My son used it. Did I bring it? There it is. Alright, close it. Flip the whole page over. And toss your magnet to see where it attaches, and know your glue has to go right there. And then tape that up, because we're done working on this page until I build the other pages, till I'm ready to go back and decorate. There. There you go. I hope you liked that little easier way to do it so you don't make errors. And you can make these any size you want. There's no rhyme or reason. If you want to make it 2 by 2, just, you know, do it like that. Alright, there you go. Look forward to seeing this in a couple days, all completed, using the Bow Bunny soiree. And I will see you in later. Bye.